I have so much trash. I cannot help it. I like to recycle and reuse, but lately my pile of trash has been increasing so much and I'm like, I have to do something about this. If you're a crafter, you can definitely relate to this. So in this video, I'm going to turn my trash into treasure. Hi guys, my name is Eman and I'm the Messy Lassie. If you're new to this channel, then I share DIYs about fashion, organization and decor. So before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. For this video, I'm only going to use items which I already have at home and I'm not going to buy anything for this. For the first project, I'm using something which I was initially using for some other DIY project, but I left it mid-project because it just wasn't working out. I thought that it would not turn out the way I had visualized it, so I left it there, and after 4 to 5 months, I have decided to use it in this DIY project. I'm using a platter screen. My initial idea was to turn it into an organizer for my earrings, but it would also serve as a wall decor with a coat. Hang in there and hang your earrings, it kind of relates, but that was a DIY fail. So I'm going to save this failed DIY and turn it into a wall rack for my magazines, my books or any random items lying around in my room. This is the platter screen I was using to create my earrings organizer. First I'm going to take off this yarn. Use your hands to turn the platter screen from the middle upwards at a 90-degree angle. Because this is a rack, we want it to be able to hold stuff, so we are going to create kind of a pocket. Push the edge upward at a 90-degree angle. Cover this up with black spray paint. You can easily turn your trash into treasure to create this rack organizer. This is the easiest DIY that I've made so far. It's so useful and it looks good. I can't even tell what it's made of. So, successful DIY? Check! For the next DIY, I want to make a decor piece using a random plastic bottle. I want to give it a nice boho vibe with a textured effect. Here, I want to give a shout out to Becky from the Sorry Girls. I saw her mix baking powder with paint to give a textured vibe to one of her hanging lights in their office. After a bit of research, I found that I can use baking powder, acrylic paints and white glue for this textured effect. And luckily, I had all these ingredients at home. I'm taking this plastic bottle and I'm going to remove the label. To make the textured paint, take half cup of baking powder and add some white glue into it. Then add acrylic paint of your choice. I've taken raw sienna because I want a nice boho vibe. Mix it up. Keep on adding white glue and your paint so that everything is nicely combined. Then add some water until you have your desired consistency. I want a thick consistency because I want a very prominent texture. If you don't want a prominent texture, you can add more water. To lighten the color, I'm going to add a bit of white paint. Start applying the mixture onto the bottle from bottom to top. I'm covering the entire bottle with a thick layer to give it a nice texture. To style this, I DIY'd dry palm leaves with an old shopping bag made out of kraft paper. The shopping bag I'm taking is printed on the outside and not printed on the inside. First, take a very thin stick or a wire. Cut a long piece from the shopping bag or the kraft paper. Put glue on one side and then wrap it around the stick. Refine the edges by cutting the extra paper. Then cut two pieces from the shopping bag which are the same size and shape. Put glue on the printed side of one piece. Place the stick on one of the edges. And then paste the other piece on top of this. If you're using plain kraft paper, you don't need two pieces, but you only need one piece. And then you should paste the stick onto that one piece only. Refine the edges by cutting the extra paper. Next, start creating pleats. pleats are done, pull the edges. Cut the top in a triangular shape and some round edges from bottom to top. Gather the pleats around the stick and then glue a small piece of craft paper around this. I'm going to make another leaf, but this one is a bit wider than the other one. I'm going to give it a triangular shape at the top, create a slight cut between the pleats. Then give each pleat a triangular tip. Later on, I also give the leaf a round edge on both sides. I was quite scared of using this new technique and I wasn't sure how it's going to turn out, but I have to say it turned out pretty good. Next up, I'm upcycling yet another empty container, two of these actually. I'm going to make a faux terrazzo DIY. If you don't know, terrazzo is a flooring material with different colored chips in it, but recently it has become everyone's favorite and people are making different types of terrazzo inspired decor, organizers and even jewelry. So I had to try it out too. I'm going to take two containers, one is really big and the other is really small. I'm going to use the lid of the big container and the small container to create a stand. First, cover these up with a white spray paint. Once this is dry, use glue gun to stick the lid of the big container to the small container. To create the design, I'm going to use three colors, pink, purple and yellow. You can use any color combination that you like. Create irregular random shapes onto the containers. Make them big, small, any kind of shape that you like. There's no rule to what kind of shapes you can make and what kind of shapes you can't make. Once the first color is done, use the other color to create more spots. Overlap them on the first color. With my purple color, I'm going to create some shapes that are overlapping the pink and yellow shapes as well. This DIY is very fun and budget friendly. You can easily turn your trash into treasure. I'm quite happy with the end result. You can use this as a plant potter or a holder for your pens or your brushes or anything that you like. You must have seen different brands selling embroidered back straps like this one from Kate Spade or this one from Anthropologie. So I decided to make one by myself. For this recycled project, I'm using a rental lace from my trash pile. This is 56 inches long. I realized this was a bit long for the project, so I cut 7 inches from it. At the back side, turn the edges inward at an angle. Then sew these in place. Next, turn the edge inward and sew this in place. Fold the edge once again and sew it in place, making sure there is room for a string to pass through it. Fold the edge about 2 inches, then sew the button right next to the folded edge. You can obviously use hooks at the end of the strap like every back strap has, but obviously I'm using things that I have at home, so I'm going to use buttons. Take a small piece of a string and pull it through the opening we have just created. Create a loop around the button and tie it in place. Cut the excess. Sew the other end of the back strap in the same manner. It looks really pretty. It's a mixture of modern and boho and it can be used with any kind of bag. This is also a DIY that you can make when you're bored. I hope you really enjoyed these DIYs. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I would also like to know what other DIYs I can try for you. Leave your suggestions in the comment section. Do check out my channel for more DIY videos. Don't forget to like this video and don't forget to subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter and Pinterest. The links are in the description box below. So until next time, take care, have fun and be messy. Bye!